Hello friends, welcome to my YouTube channel Maths DNA from origin to infinity. Before we begin, let me tell you something. When you know better, you do better. This is my fifth lecture on real analysis. The topic is countable and uncountable sets. In this lecture, we will discuss about countable sets, uncountable sets, some examples of countable sets, some examples of uncountable sets, and properties of countable and uncountable sets. Let us begin. Now what is a countable set? Any set X is said to be countable if it is finite or countably infinite. We all know what do we mean by finite, but what is countably infinite? Countably infinite, set X is said to be countably infinite if it has one-to-one correspondence, that is, one-one onto map from the set of natural numbers. Countably infinite sets are also called enumerable or denumerable. The cardinality, that is number of elements in countably infinite set is aleph naught. Then what are uncountable sets? Set X is said to be uncountable or uncountably infinite if no one-to-one correspondence, that is one-one onto map, can be made from the set of natural number. The cardinality, that is number of elements in uncountably infinite set is continuum. Let us understand this more clearly with the help of examples. Example 1. Is the set of natural number countable or uncountable? Now let f be a function from n to n defined as f of n is equals to n, which means that 1 is mapped on 1, 2 is mapped on 2, 3 is mapped on 3, 4 is mapped on 4, and so n is mapped on n. Clearly f is 1, 1 and on 2, so the set of natural number is countable. And the cardinality of set of natural number is aleph naught. Example 2. Is the set of even natural numbers countable or uncountable? Now let f be a function from the set of natural numbers to e, the set of even natural numbers, defined as f of n is equals to 2n, which means that 1 is mapped on 2, 2 is mapped on 4, 3 is mapped on 6, 4 is mapped on 8, and so on. Once again, f is 1, 1 and on 2, so set of even natural number is countable, and the cardinality of the set of even natural number is again aleph naught. Now, is the set of integers countable or uncountable? Example number 3. Now let f be a function defined from n to z as f of 1 is equals to 0, f of n is equals to n by 2 if n is even, and f of n is equals to minus n minus 1 by 2 if n is odd, when n is greater than 1. We get this as 1 mapped on 0, 2 is mapped on 1, 3 is mapped on minus 1, 4 is mapped on 2, 5 is mapped on minus 2, and so on. We can see that even natural numbers are mapped on the positive integers, whereas odd natural numbers are mapped on negative integers, and 1 is mapped on 0. Therefore, f is again 1, 1 and on 2. So the set of integers is countable, and the cardinality of the set of integers is again aleph naught. Fourth, is the set of n cross n countable or uncountable? Now what do we mean by n cross n? In n cross n we have elements like 1, 1, 1, 2, 1, 3, 2, 1, 2, 2, 2, 3 and so on up to n, n. Let us draw a diagram to understand it more clearly. Here we can count the elements by taking sum of their sides. Sum is 2, that is 1, 1. Then the next element is sum is 3, 2, 1 and 1, 2. Then the next set is sum is 4, 1, 3, 2, 2 and 3, 1 and so on. Therefore, we can count the elements of n cross n, so it is countable, and the cardinality of the set of n cross n is aleph naught. And what are uncountable sets? Some examples of uncountable sets are the set of real numbers, the set of all the subset of natural number, that is power set, and the interval 0, 1. Now some properties of countable and uncountable sets. First, if f is a function from a to b is onto and a is countable, then b is countable or finite. Let us understand this more clearly with the help of example. Here we have f, a function from a to b, but it is onto, which means that for all the elements in b there exists an element in a, and it is given that a is countable, so b is countable. Second, if f is a function from a to b is onto and b is uncountable, then a is also uncountable. Once again, it is given that f is a function from a to b and it is onto, which means that for all the elements in b there exists an element in a, and it is given that b is uncountable, so a is also uncountable. Third, if f is a function from a to b is 1, 1 and a is countable, then b can be countable or uncountable, which means that f is a function from a to b and it is 1, 1, which means that for all the elements in a there exists an element in b, and it is given that a is countable, so it is possible that b has countable elements or uncountable elements. And fourth, if f is a function from a to b is 1, 1 and b is countable, then a is countable or finite, which means that f is a function from a to b and it is 1, 1, therefore for all the elements in a there exists an element in b, and it is given that b is countable, therefore a is also countable. Get the best material for preparation by just one click. The link is given below in the description. Thank you, and check out other videos in the series over here.